Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Last time when we left off we had cleared the Dune Sea, found some Sand People clothing, and made our way to the entrance to the Sand People territory. Let's head on in.
Master?
Skill too low. Alright, just disable them then.
Sure.
Okay. Let's start mapping. To the Dune Sea. Yes, of course. So, this is one of those moments where even if you're a pretty committed dark side player, at least at the outset, it's a better idea to not start a fight so you can get access to some new quests and the opportunity for a lot more gear and experience. You're not going to run out of opportunities for dark side points, so I strongly recommend you go ahead and do the disguising and bringing HK-47 along dance. Alright.
Master?
Got more mines. Let's disable them. As much as I like HK-47 as a character, he's terrible to actually use. So I greatly look forward to the end of his involvement in my actual squad. To the Eastern Dune Sea. Alright, so we got two entrances to that. After we deal with this here Sand People territory. What's this? Whatever it isn't searchable. Now I'd like to, if, as I suspect, we're not going to have dialogue until we actually move over into their settlement, which we can sort of see over there. And then the more sensible thing to do, Sand People Warrior, average frag mine.
Acknowledgement.
Sure.
Hey, a searchable corpse. That's nice. And of course, another average frag mine. The corpse has a life support pack.
Acknowledgement.
Let's disable another mine.
Yes?
Got banthas. I believe they will also remain non-hostile unless I decide to change something. Stay inside the Zerka markers. Let's go check out this big hill. Not much happening here. I guess if you were really, really committed to violence, you'd start fights with the Sand People and Banthas while exploring this section of the map. There's a Twi'lek corpse. A thermal detonator. Here's something over here I didn't spot before. Could be loot, could be nothing. It's nothing. That's fine. Alright. Alright, well, that's pretty straightforward. Let's just head on in then. It's probably because I just saw the movie, but it really only just now occurs to me how very, very thoroughly George Lucas ripped off Dune. For the... At least for the first
Ready.
of his Star Wars movies.
Sure.
Alright, so you can see over there where the, oh. I didn't try to leave. Fucking weird. The game, like, teleported me in order to give me the boundary. It did it again! Fuck is going on? I'm just trying to hit the map. That's all I'm trying to do. There's another mine. Looks like I have a... Good lord. I hate it when stuff doesn't work right. It's alright, though. Like, why the hell wasn't HK following me? Thank goodness I saw the mine.
What?
I'm getting grumpy for no reason. My apologies for that. Alright, that's the one I did loot. Ew. This all is... You can see this... All this is kind of creating a funnel down into their actual settlement. We'll have a look there.
Yes?
There is yet another mine.
Ready.
But, blessedly, my map's pretty well filled in now.
What?
There's another lootable corpse. Parts and credits. Yawn. It's good, though. Sand People turrets and warriors. And here's their settlement. Alright, let's enter the Enclave. Way to clear that map. The Sand People warrior has obviously recognized you and is astounded that you are here. Your disguise may have allowed you to pass the turrets outside, but it is ineffective at close range.
Interjection. One moment. I believe I understood that, Master. It may not have been his intention, but he did actually communicate something.
Quickly, tell him we are not a threat.
Translation. Result. I believe I have succeeded in confusing him, Master. We have shown an interest not common among outsiders.
Apologize for being here. Say we want peace.
Translation. Translation. He's expressing disbelief. As am I. But his duty requires that he report to his chieftain. Extrapolation. It would seem that we are at least worthy of curiosity for the moment. I would much rather this get bloody, Master, but it is your call.
Though you can't seem to understand him, the Sand People chieftain's tone is obvious. He clearly despises all outsiders.
Translation. I can translate with some guarantee of accuracy that he is demanding to know why he should let us survive this encounter, Master.
Tell him we want a peaceful solution.
Translation. Translation. He claims he has no reason to believe you, Master. Your kind have tainted this land with machines and uncaring, ignorant feet. Translation. He requires proof of good faith. We must make a contribution to his people that shows we are not a threat. Shall I blast him now, Master?
Ask what it is that he wants.
Translation. Translation. He plans to move his people farther from Anchorhead, but they need to build up stores of water first. He says you must aid him. Translation. He wants moisture evaporators from the Zerka. If you deliver them, he will order that his people reduce their attacks on miners.
Will he also tell us about any captives he has?
Translation. Translation. He says you will get no more answers until you have proven you are an ally of the Sand People.
Tell him we will get his evaporators.
Translation. Translation. He does not believe you, Master. We will only be allowed to re-enter the Enclave when we have the evaporators with us. Translation. We are to be escorted outside. He will wait, but he doesn't believe we are coming back.
Fair enough. Okay, so I can put my real gear back on, which is good. I'll put on the Jedi Knight robe. I'll put Bastila back in the Dark Jedi Knight robe. I think that's the only thing I actually changed,
Sure.
I think. So this is pretty straightforward. If we dip back to Anchorhead, we can go to the Zerka office and buy moisture evaporators there. Did I get a journal entry there? Surprisingly, no. Oh yeah, well, Faza buy the raid plates from the from the raid I fought. Taking a break from the swoop track, Perhaps you'll relax with some hunting? I have something to sell you. Do you? Well, let's have a look. I have a raid plate to sell. Ah, the bread and butter of the hunter. I'll take whatever you have off your hands for a fair price. Yeah, I think the, well, this is irritating, but it's probably all the way down at the bottom. There it is, Desert Raid Skull Plate. 24 each. That is not much money. It's alright, though. It's not like I need a bunch of money, either. Alright, so the evaporators are pretty easy. That's obviously just kind of like a phase 1. I guess maybe it was a story requirement. Oh, a swoop jock. Oh, I've spoken to him already. Was there something specific you were looking for? You seem like you were looking for unique things. Do you have any moisture evaporators? I may, but that is not something I usually sell to spacers. You don't look like a moisture farmer. What do you want them for? To exchange with the Sand People to stop their attacks. Exactly the kind of appeasement that Zerka Corporation doesn't like to support in their policies. I like it. Well, I have 2 of the finest Evaporators that Zerka Corporation produces. Of course, they only produce 1 model right now. The price is 400 credits for the pair. I won't break them up, they function best when linked together. Could you be persuaded to lower the price? Well, I don't think that's very likely. I have to cover my costs, you know. Persuade. Zerka's costs, not yours. Who cares about their money? Well, I don't have much love for the company, not like Little Miss Protocol Officer over there. I'll lower the price to 200 credits, but that is it. Don't even ask again. Could you be persuaded to lower the price? I really don't think so. I don't know how, but you've already convinced me to lower it as much as I can. It's a good deal. 200 for the moisture evaporator sounds fine to me. Fine. I assume you'll be able to handle the deployment of them? They are surprisingly light. It's a pleasure doing business with you. Do come again. Journal entry added. 200 credits lost, 100 experience received, and items received. Let's look at my items. Moisture evaporators. These devices use a pair of evaporators to condense moisture from the air, albeit in small amounts over a long period of time. Droughts can last for centuries on some desert worlds, so this may be the only means to obtain water. Sand People. You have purchased 2 moisture evaporators from the Zerka office. Take them to the Sand People chieftain in the Enclave. Alright. Oh, I have to walk all the way out again. Guess I only get to skip the trip one direction. That's okay. I suppose there are worse things.
Oh, it's you again. I'll just let you pass. The boys in the office may need authorization in triplicate, but not me. Good hunting out there.
Alright, back to their territory. It's a bit of a schlep. You know what's actually probably worth it? Sorry about the dog barking. Oh, I don't like that it automatically moves me back to heal.
Ready!
And so that should at least be all of the, Sand People I actually have to fight this playthrough. Alright, we are back to the Enclave. Almost. Talk to the guard. Even through the layers of wrappings, you can tell this Sand People warrior is disgusted by your presence among his people.
Extrapolation. This guard doesn't appear honored to have the job of greeting us.
Tell him we have the moisture converters.
Translation. Translation. He will take us before the chieftain, as he was instructed to do.
If you can read anything of the Sand People Chieftain's emotions, it seems that he is surprised that you have returned.
Translation. He did not expect us to return, Master. He wonders if we have brought the moisture evaporators.
Tell him that we have his evaporators.
Translation. Translation. He does not trust you, Master, but you have done more than any other outsider. They will not attack, and he grants you his chieftain's gaffy as reward. Translation. The attacks will be reduced, and he will allow you to explore this enclave, but be warned that any lack of respect will result in death.
I have a few questions for him.
Protocol. If you truly want this sadly peaceful arrangement to continue, be careful of what you ask.
Ask about the star map.
Translation. Translation. He says that what you seek is far from here in the Eastern Dune Sea. He will give you a map so you can find your way. Translation. His people found it, but didn't scavenge it because a krayt dragon took up residence in the excavation.
A krayt dragon? What is that? How do I pass it?
Translation. Translation. Your ignorance isn't his concern. He claims there is a hunter that wanders the area sometimes and that you should ask him. Translation. The hunter is a Twi'lek. He will be in the Eastern Dune Sea somewhere.
Ask about captives.
Clarification. We must be more specific, Master. They capture many organics.
Ask if he knows about the Jawas Isis told us about.
Translation. Translation. He says that the captive Jawas are slaves and that they have lived past their usefulness. You may take them if you wish.
Ask if he knows about Mission's brother Griff.
Translation. Translation. He says that by his very presence, this Griff defiles their home and land. He is without any semblance of usefulness to them. Extrapolation. I would assume we are free to take him. It is doubtful they will even waste the effort to kill him. Perhaps we could do it, Master.
Let's go back to my other questions.
Protocol. We should not keep him long. It is an insult to take too much of his time. Unless the plan is to blast him when you are done, of course.
I want information on Sand People culture.
Protocol. This will be a very sensitive topic, Master. You will want to be careful with your questions or risk offending him. Not that that is much of a worry.
Tell me the history of your clan.
Translation. Translation. He says that he will not, Master. There is one storyteller in each clan, and only he may recite the histories.
Ask if we could meet this storyteller.
Translation. Translation. He says that you don't understand. They must never be told to someone who might say them incorrectly out of ignorance. Translation. To speak them in error is a blasphemy punishable by death. Only their greatest warriors are even permitted to listen to the tales.
How could I prove I am a worthy warrior?
Translation. Translation. He doesn't know, Master. His people usually kill outsiders. Since you are an outsider yourself, that would not suffice. Translation. The greatest challenge for a warrior is to face a krayt dragon, the largest predator on Tatooine. Fight one of those, and bring back a dragon pearl. Discussed. I think he's making fun of you, Master. He doesn't believe an outsider could do such a thing.
Where could I find a krayt dragon?
Translation. Translation. He says there is a dragon in the Eastern Dune Sea that you could sacrifice yourself to. You already have a map to the area. Translation. There is a hunter, a Twi'lek, that is sometimes seen out there. Perhaps he would be of some help.
What is a dragon pearl?
Translation. Translation. Stones polished in the gullet of the beast. Apparently they are valuable items.
Why are they so hostile to outsiders?
Translation. Translation. He says that the fact that you have to ask, this is just one more example of your ignorance as an outsider, Master. He says you are blind. Translation. His people believe they are part of the land, living with it. You and your kind dare to raise yourself above it. You remove yourself. Translation. That act of removal makes you an outsider, separate from all that is important. You could never understand how unwelcome you are.
What do you mean, raise myself above the land?
Translation. Translation. He says that outsiders use machines to convey them and to make their lives easier. This severs a connection with the land. Translation. Connection to the soil must be made through flesh. A sacred animal is the only external tool to be used.
These follow-ups might be bad ideas, but I'm gonna try them. How does he have contact with the land while completely covered? Nah. Tell him farewell for now.
Translation. Translation. We are free to leave.
Journal entry added. 400 experience received. Items received. Map of the Eastern Dune Sea. By showing how to interpret ancient marker stones, this map can be used to find a safe route through the Eastern Dune Sea. Only intimate local knowledge could take the place of such a document. Chieftain's Gaffy Stick. Feats required: weapon proficiency, melee weapons, damage physical 1 to 8, damage bonus +4 physical, critical threat 20/20 × 2, on hit poison average, weakness DC 20, attack modifier +2. A variation of the traditional Gaffy Stick, or Gadurfi, marked as a chieftain's weapon by its slightly more ornate appearance and better construction. Alright, Star Map Tatooine. The Sand People chieftain claims that there is something like the star map in the Eastern Dune Sea, though it is in a cavern now housing a feared krayt dragon. Sand People. The Sand People chieftain was surprised that you returned with the Evaporators. He will reduce the frequency of attacks against the Zerka, and has given you his Gaffy Stick as a symbol of the agreement. Take the Gaffy to the Zerka office in Anchorhead. Fair trade. The Sand People chieftain has given you permission to release the Jawas they currently hold captive. Worthy of history. You have asked to hear the history of the Sand People, but the chieftain has said that you must first prove your worth as a warrior. Bring him a dragon pearl and he will consider it. So one thing I do know is that if we loot anything in the Enclave, the peace is over. The Sand People chieftain seems grateful to you, or at least less inclined to smash your head open like a pocky grub seed.
Query. What do you wish to ask of him, Master?
Ask why he bargained for Evaporators when they are unnatural.
Translation. Translation. He says that the use of these blasphemous things will only be tolerated because outsider interference has forced it upon them. Translation. If your kind had not come here, he would not have to defend their ways or their land.
How does he have contact with the land while completely covered?
Translation. Translation. He says that the robes are sacred, Master, and you would not understand. Sand people are never uncovered outside of the most private moments.
Never? Not even in death?
Translation. Translation. Never. That is their way, Master.
That one will set him off. Tell him farewell for now. Or tell him I apologize for previously unwrapping his warriors.
Protocol. Is that wise, Master? They may have assumed that the disguises you used were replicas instead of being taken off their dead.
Okay, tell him farewell for now.
Translation.
I think HK is right. That's the line.
Translation. We are free to leave.
Okay, cool. That wasn't bad. Alright, let's look around. So we can talk to these guys now. The Sand People warrior ignores you. It seems your presence here is a barely tolerated event. Sure.
Ready.
What?
Sand People female. Exit to Dune Sea. Okay. So we know where that is. They're all gonna ignore us. Except the chieftain. Goodness. There sure are a lot of them. So you can kind of see what a big fight you're in for if you do decide to kill them. What the heck? That was weird. Alright. We found our way back to the chieftain, so... let's check the rest of the center, and then we'll check the east. Jawa! You are not the ghostly giants that hold us trapped, the people of sand. You are from the old city new. Isis must have sent your coming. Are you a rescuer? You must be. I need to ask you some questions. We will answer if it leads to freedom. I'm looking for something, a star map. I hear of this. Isis would know. We scavenge and see many things, and Isis could tell and trade for a rescue. Help us here and then talk to him in the old city do. Now please, to you of your kind, help us get away from the Gaffy and the Whip. I'm not done asking questions. What do you mean by old city new? The city now founded by the group that digs, it is not new to you. We scavenge what came before. It will fall again some days from now, or many days. That is what happens. Now please, to you of your kind, I'm not done asking questions. Why were you taken captive? Slaves to the people of sand. We work before the whip. We scavenge and they pay with the hitting Gaffy. We trade with your kind, so we are weapons. They take what we find, so you have less. The Sand People said you can go. Run to Anchorhead. There are thanks you must have. The Jawas under Izes will reward in trade. Find him and you will see. Izes will wait by the walls of your city that open to the sand. He'll trade fair. Thank you. Journal entry added. 150 experience added. Fair trade. The Jawas held captive in the Sand People Enclave were very glad for your help, and have promised that their leader Izes will reward you when you return to the gates inside Anchorhead. Hey, it's Griff.
You there. I'm a high-ranking executive at the Zerka Corporation. There's a big reward if you take me back to Anchorhead. So, you're here to save me, right? I'm sure you'll get a huge reward. Yes, indeed. Mission always said some people would pay to find me.
You know Mission? Who are you?
My name is Griff. You know her? Are you from Zerka Corporation? Please, tell me what's going on here.
I know Mission. She's here on Tatooine with me.
I'm her brother. She's alive? I can't believe it. When I heard about Taurus, I thought the worst. Come on, take me to her. Get me out of here.
The Sand People said you can go. Run to Anchorhead.
What? No speeder escort? Okay, I should just take what I can get. I sure would like to see Mission, though. She's probably waiting for you on the ship you used to come to Tatooine, right? I think I'll go to the spaceport and see her. She'd like that. Thanks again. Oh, and don't tell Mission I'm coming. I want it to be a surprise when I show up at the spaceport. I can't wait to see the look on her face.
Journal entry added. Mission's brother. Mission's brother is free from the clutches of the Sand People thanks to you. Griff is eager to meet up with his sister again, but what will happen during the reunion remains to be seen. Sure. Do they get mad if I loot the corpse? No, I'm allowed to loot the corpse. That's good to know. Alright, just a couple more little rooms to check out. And this is loot, but I think they turn hostile if we loot there. Here's some more of them. I don't know for sure. Let me see if I can loot these. Well, we can loot all that. I think the only thing we genuinely cannot loot is the wicker bins, which makes sense, I guess. What about this rag pile? Bantha fodder. Yeah, we can do that too. Okay, awesome. So let's have a look at the items, just in case there was something new. I know I've seen a neural band. Droid heavy plating type 2. I've seen that. I know. I've seen that. Seen that. I don't think I've seen the advanced computer tool. Feats required droid upgrade class 2, skills computer use +4. Like the basic unit, this retractable probe allows droid access to the higher programming functions of any computer terminal, though better interface adapters make it more effective. Advanced stun ray. Feats required droid upgrade class 2, uses 10 out of 10, damage none, on hit, stun 100% for 9 seconds, save DC 20 to negate stun. Range medium, charges using this item consumes 1 charge. This item is automatically discarded after all available charges are consumed. Items that have charges do not stack in inventory. Oh, I have seen that before. My mistake. That's okay, though. Alright. Let's head out of the Sand People territory. Let me see. Okay, let's head to the Ebon Hawk.
Mission? Is it really you? I heard Taurus was destroyed. I thought you were dead. Oh, joy of joys, my little sister is alive.
I have to ask you something, Griff. It's important. I ran into Lena. She said it was your idea to leave me on Terrace. It isn't true, is it?
Well, there's the truth and then there's the truth, you know? I always meant to go back to Taurus, sis, just as soon as I had the credits to pay off my debts. But credits have been hard to come by.
You mean it's true? It was your idea to leave me there? I'm your sister. How could you abandon me like that?
Come on, sis. You didn't need me to look after you anymore. You may have been young, but you knew how to take care of yourself. Besides, you're here now. I mean, everything worked out fine.
That's it? That's all you have to say to me after all these years, after deserting me on Terrace?
That and, you look good, sis. Like you're doing well. Financially, I mean. Say, you think you could spare me a few credits to get back on my feet? Do you?
You're hitting me up for credits. I don't believe this. Lena was right about you, Griff. We should have just left you to the Sand People. Don't talk to me anymore. Ever.
That didn't go well. Sis was always a little too fiery for her own good. She'll cool down in time.
Now what, Griff?
You may have saved my life, but I don't have a single credit to my name. Say, you wouldn't be able to spare me some credits, just till I get back on my feet, you know?
Sorry, I don't have any credits to spare.
Huh. I guess you've been talking to Lena too. That's okay. I'll figure out a way to get by without your credits. I always do. Besides, I've already got a job lined up for me. Krayt, the manager over at the Zerka supply shop, said I could come work for him if I ever get tired of the mines. Yeah, I think I'll go take him up on his offer. You know, maybe there's something else you can help me with. I need to talk to a guy first and set up the details, but if you're interested in a job, come see me in Greeta's shop. Goodbye, Mission. I'm glad you're not dead.
Journal entry added. Mission's brother. Griff and Mission have been reunited, though Mission is still resentful about Griff deserting her on Taurus. Before he left, Griff suggested he stop by the Zerka supply shop on Tatooine to speak with him about a potential job. Okay. Oh. Okay, we're right back at the Ebon Hawk. Okay, let's go back to the Zerka office. We're gonna turn in some quests before we head over to the Eastern Dune Sea, where we'll end this episode and save that for the next one. Talk to the protocol officer to turn in our bounty.
Greetings again from the offices of Zerka Corporation. Is this about bounties or something else?
I have gaffy sticks to redeem for bounties.
I see that, but do you have the all-important Chieftain's Gaffy? That was what you agreed to get for us.
Just the regular ones for now.
Then I'll take those off your hands, but the real prize is still out there.
I have gaffy sticks to redeem for bounties.
I see that.
Yes, here it is.
Well, that is a very big headache that you've removed. I'm sure there are still Sand People out there, but they'll be quieter now. I think I'll give you a bonus for this. You've more than lived up to your side of the bargain. Zerka Corporation thanks you.
Persuade. For a bit more, I could maintain my vigilance in the future.
It would be valuable to have someone on call if the Sand People made another incursion. I think you're right. Yes, here's an additional reward. Once again, Zerka Corporation thanks you.
Journal entry added, 1,150 credits received, 1,300 experience received, and we lost items. That takes care of one. Sand People. You brought the Sand People Chieftain's Gaffy to the Zerka office, fulfilling your agreement with them. Let's talk to Griff.
Ah, just the person I was hoping to see. Mission didn't come with you, I see. Oh, guess she's still mad at me. Oh well, it's probably for the best. This job is more up your alley anyway.
What's the job?
As you may know, tack glands can be refined to a very potent powder. It's the primary ingredient in Teresian ale. That's what makes it so strong. Of course, now that Taurus is pretty much wiped from the face of the map, Teresian ale has become somewhat scarce and very, very valuable. Luckily, I know the secret recipe.
What does this have to do with me?
I know this guy. He's with the Exchange. Now, if I give him a small sample of Torresian ale, he says he can synthesize it and reproduce it in mass quantities. Problem is, I need one of those tack glands to make the first batch. And now that Taurus is a smoking ruin, the only place to find tack is on Kashyyyk. If you can get your hands on one of those tack glands, I'll make it worth your while.
What's in this for me?
Sorry, like I said before, I don't have any credits on me, and Greta won't let me any. I mean, it's like he doesn't trust me to pay him back or something. But you come through on this, and I promise you'll get a huge payday down the road. 3,000 credits. How's that sound?
Don't worry, Griff. We'll get those tack glands for you.
Yeah, I knew you'd come through for me. You won't regret this. You'll see. Just don't take too long, okay? This guy from the Exchange could stop by any day. I kind of told him I already had the stuff, so if he shows up and I'm empty-handed, well, let's just say I really, really hope it doesn't come to that.
Journal entry added. Mission's brother. Griff wants you to bring him a tack gland so he can brew up some Torresian ale to sell to a business associate. He's promised you a healthy reward if you come through for him. Alright. Yawn. Okay, let's go talk to Isis. Wrap up that quest. He's over by the exit gate, right where we left him. You of your kind, Isis of Jawa, would thank you for what was done. Mine have returned because of you. It is as was agreed, as Isis hoped it was. I have things to give you. Take and be welcome. I'm looking for something called the Star Map. Can you help? You have saved the tribe of Isis, and we of Jawa are willing to trade. I know of this, but it is far away. In the sands of the east, the Eastern Dune Sea, we dig for the people of sand and find this strange thing of the people before. Already do you have a map for the Eastern Dunes. Follow it and you will find what you need in the lair of the dragon. A dragon? What kind of creature is that? The greatest of the desert. There is no larger. Bigger than the big machines. Jawas don't know how to fight something so big. There is a hunter, a Twi'lek. He has seen many things. Look in the Eastern Dune Sea when you go, and he may help. Thank you. Goodbye. You were a good friend of the Jawas. We will remember when your kind are gone. Ask if you need any more of anything. 350 experience, items, and a journal entry. Let's see what my items are. They gave me an Ichani shield. Uses 5 of 5. Deflection, energy, sonic, electrical, 50 points total. Duration 200 seconds or max damage taken. Charges. Using this item consumes 1 charge. This item is automatically discarded after all available charges are consumed. Items that have charges do not stack in inventory. The Ichani put much effort into developing a forearm shield that, once activated, would allow a mercenary to close on a blaster-wielding enemy relatively unscathed. This unit is discarded once its energy cells are depleted. Okay. And that'll be fair trade. Tatooine. Isis gave you some information about the star map. He said it may be in the Eastern Dune Sea, in a cavern currently occupied by a krayt dragon. Alright, let's head out again.
Oh, good hunt.
Alright, we are going to head over to the Eastern Dune Sea, the other exit, the one way over there. This schlep is a bit annoying. Oh no, there's a pack of raid over there too. Might actually have to fight something. Oh no! Experience and credits, whatever will I do? I mean, I'm not getting over there without fighting at least some of these. I might as well. have exactly one combat encounter in this entire episode, right? A Hulak raid? The heck is that? I forgot to speed. That was an error. That one was strong. The Hulak raids are all strong. What's the deal with these things? Yikes. Okay. Hulak raids. You have got to be kidding me. Oh my god, where's my last autosave? Sheesh. Wow, okay. The Hulak raids. Those things are difficult, it seems. I feel like, there's probably wisdom in trying to fight less than one at a time. And frankly, if they're worth 550 experience a pop, that feels pretty worthy. Like, I actually want to fight these things. And maybe the Hulak raid plate is worth more, too. I don't know. Go wreck it. Come on. Desert Raid skull plate. Well, no, the plate's the same. That's okay, though. Alright, let's try and get this one. He's over here. Might be able to catch him alone.
The Force fights with me!
Get him. Yeah, these things are crazy strong compared to the originals. Like, whoa. But I think it's the same skull plate. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. That was 550 experience a pop, which is pretty good. Alright. Well, with that, I think I'm ready to go park it at the exit to the Eastern Dune Sea. And we're going to call it a video. This has been Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, I hope you will give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel. If you want to discuss this or any of my other content, the best place to do that is my Discord server. That link is in the video description. And if you care to support me or the channel, the best way, apart from liking and subscribing, is through my Patreon page. That's also in the video description. Patreon supporters get to nominate and vote for the games they would like to see played. KOTOR is currently in that slot. Once a game's chosen, I play it through to the end, and then I have my supporters select another. It's a pretty straightforward process. If you want to get involved, the option's right there. Regardless, I really do want to thank you for watching. I'm very grateful for your time and attention, and I hope you have a great day. Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.